Welcome to Battle Tetris Tournament 2014. I'm your host Tiberius, and joining me today is Phoenix. How are you?
I'm well, Tiberius. How are you?
Alright. So that was quite a game you had with Riles.
It was indeed.
Did you know you were gonna win that match with him?
Not at all. Thought he was gonna definitely steamroll me.
If I recall correctly, you had the first win in that match, right?
Yes.
Yes, and then I believe you won the second round,
Yes.
second game. He won the third game, and then you finished him off on the fourth game, right?
Yep.
What did you feel like when you finished him off of that match?
Nobody was more surprised than me.
That's good. So today's match will be between Scooter and I believe it was Twim. Yeah. So Scooter and Twim.
Scotter.
Scotter. Scotter? No, it's Scooter. Okay. So before we start watching the game, do you have any predictions? Who's gonna win? If there's gonna be a sweep? If there's gonna be like a goes up to game 5?
I believe the general consensus is that Twim is gonna take this.
Yeah? Sweep? Or you think he'll is by sweeping?
Scotter's gonna put up a good fight.
Yeah? Do you think Scott will get like 1 win, 2 wins?
Let's give him 2 wins.
It's 2 wins? So you think the prediction would be 3-2 for Twim?
Yes.
Okay, we'll see. So here we are to today's game. Okay, so Scotter puts down first block, same with Twim, evenly matched. Looks like Twim. Looks like both parties basic game tactics. Twim has not opted to do the Tetris line on the side. It is in the middle.
Oh, starting with the battle.
Yeah, first Tetris. Going to Scooter, and then Scooter sends a triple line over to Twim. Oh, there's your first mistakes. Now, on your game with Riles, did you have any unforced errors? I don't recall.
I'm sure I did, and I would start to panic. But I got it back.
Yeah. So yeah, looks like both sides, both Scooter and Twim, making unforced errors. Example is Twim has the 2 square block. Oh, very nice clear for Scooter.
Yeah, he's doing amazing.
Looks like Scooter is in the advantage now. Very good position. And Scooter is building that
Keeps
right.
going for the Tetris.
Yeah, for the Tetris. Now, if Twim can get access to the to his gap, he should have no problem catching up.
I don't know. It looks pretty desperate at this point.
Yeah. So we just saw Scooter getting affected by the frozen power-up. Did you find that particularly annoying when you were playing with Riles?
I think it's not my least favorite, but it's up there.
Yeah, because I believe it's not looking good for Twim, and he loses that game. Game goes to Scooter. So
Wow.
that's 1-0 for Scooter.
Nice.
So I'm gonna pause the stats here. We can clearly see that Twim has been dropping more Tetraminos than
Scott.
than Scooter. But Scooter has sent more lines to Twim. So, in your opinion, which is better? To send more lines over to your opponent, or just to drop as many Tetraminos as possible?
Well, it looked like sending so many lines over to Twim was what killed him. That's what gave Scooter the advantage. So, and dropping them in Tetris is what really brings it up fast. So
Yeah, so speed is definitely not a factor in the battle matches.
no.
Okay, so we'll continue. So do you think Twim's gonna win this one? Or do you think Scooter's gonna proceed with his wins?
Well, I think now that Twim has had a taste of Scooter, he's gonna be a little bit angrier, and I think this could be a lot closer.
Okay, let's watch this. So Scooter
strategy.
definitely going for the right gap for Tetris is. Twim's opting for the middle gap.
Interesting. I
Now,
never would have tried that.
So you would never try for a middle gap Tetris gap?
Never would have occurred to
No.
me. Oh, freezing.
Yeah, that is annoying power up. But Scooter does the Tetris. But Twim is in a good position to recover quickly.
That's true. He's still doing well. There's no obvious mistakes yet.
Now, question for you: would you save up for a Tetris, or would you just go for a triple?
I usually save up for the Tetrises
Yeah.
unless I can see it getting way too high. It's just my pattern. Oh,
So Scooter definitely keeping the tactic of keeping the right hand clear for Tetrises. Twim still continuing with that middle gap with Tetrises.
see, now with Twin here though, it's getting high. For me, I would have taken a couple two-liners by this point,
Ah,
just to bring it down.
just to bring it down, throw a couple lines over to your opponent. I see.
Because see now, when Scooter sends him a couple Tetrises, it's getting really high.
Yeah,
And Scooter's still pretty low.
yeah. And when it's going to, when you see those black lines coming across, then you're in trouble, and that's why you
Oh,
want to keep
for
your
sure.
towers. You want to keep your tower low.
For sure.
Yeah, but definitely Twim is
They look pretty even right
looks
now.
pretty even right now. Right, they're yeah, very even. They're just exchanging blows.
Oh no.
Yeah.
See, barely any of that right there is Scotter's. He's mostly got stuff from Twin.
Yeah. Okay, so now we're saying the black lines.
Oh,
Not looking good for Scooter. He will have to clear these lines as soon as possible to stay alive. But again, they're still even.
oh
Right.
no, not
See-
anymore.
So game goes to Scooter. Now I wouldn't have predicted that because it looked like that Twim was in a good position to win that game.
Did.
Okay.
But
And of course, when we see the stats, Scooter has sent more lines over to Twim, and that probably led to his victory.
that must be what's helping him out. Like, maybe that's the best strategy.
So it looks like that Scooter is opting for the right-hand gap for the Tetrises.
Yes.
Do you think that's, do you think you're in a better position if you did that than if you were to do it in the middle?
I think so. I just think that with the lines and the way that the pieces come out, that's easier.
Yeah.
But it never would have occurred to me to try a middle one.
Okay, so this is game 3. It's 2-0 for Scooter, if I believe.
Just do or die for Twin.
Yeah, do or die. Now, according to your prediction, Twim should actually win one round. Because you said not a sweep, right?
Yes, exactly. Oh, putting away the lines for the future.
Now, did you use that to your advantage using the hold
Oh,
option?
for sure. For sure, especially when I was getting a piece that I didn't know what to do with at all.
Yeah, you just hold it and use
Yeah.
it later.
Usually I would try to hold lines so that I could get Tetrises when I needed them, but sometimes you have a piece that just will not go anywhere.
Would you save up for a back-to-back Tetris?
Ooh, back to back. That would be fabulous. But usually by that point, you're starting to build up. See, that particular thing where half of the screen is blacked out, that was the most annoying for
Oh,
me.
the blackout power-up?
Yeah, that's horrible.
A good way to counter that is actually, before you touch your block, you get a view of your entire field. Not blackout, but once you start moving your piece, then you get that blackout.
Sure. But it just screws you right up.
I did notice that in your previous game with Riles, that the Earthquake power-up, which just happened with Twim, saved you a lot. Because basically you would be in a terrible position, but then when that Earthquake happened, you would just be back to
Oh, yeah.
like even playing field.
It's fabulous.
Did the treadmill power-up screw you up? You know how the entire grid moves, shifts to the right?
Actually, I thought that was great.
Yeah?
Because it can put you in a different position that can actually be advantageous.
Kind of like if you want to place like an L block somewhere else, maybe it
Exactly.
moving will give you a better position. Yeah.
Whenever that happened, I actually kind of enjoyed it, and I tried to use it. See, Twim really concentrates on not giving himself any sort of gaps. And in this, like, when I'm looking at his, I would say, hey, I'll just put something in there and get one line. But he automatically avoids it, won't go for a gap.
I have to assume that that's from playing Marathon a lot, where you do want the high score, so you always want to go for Tetrises and not single lines.
Oh, Tetrises are just more fun.
Yeah, they definitely are.
Oh, no, he changed.
Yeah, so I'm gonna say that Twim is in the advantage right now.
Yeah, I'll give you that, but it's not a lot. Oh,
See,
but the black blocks are coming.
Yeah, black blocks. And Twim just had an earthquake and it's almost cleared his entire grid.
Fabulous.
So I'm gonna say that this is gonna go to Twim.
Alright, well, it is looking pretty grim.
Yes, unless Scooter can pick up an earthquake power up, but I don't think it's gonna happen.
Yeah, see, at this point,
Yeah, so yeah, that game goes to Twim. So it's 2-1 to Scooter.
Nice.
So you're right, it was not gonna be a sweep.
No, I mean, it has to start to eat at you, and you have to try a lot harder at that point. You don't want to be swept.
Well, I'm just remembering from Lost Waves and Miyuki's game where Miyuki just swept Lost Waves under the rug.
It's true, but he was trying.
That I do give him that, he was trying.
But, you know, what can you do? But they seem like it's a battle. They're pretty evenly matched here.
Okay, so Scooter is definitely going again for the gap to the right, and Twim is using the middle gap for his Tetrises.
Exactly. Oh, see, that piece was really inconvenient.
Yeah,
He hit
so
it.
Scooter used held the green squiggly block and to sort it later because there was not a good spot to put it.
Yeah.
Do you often using the hold block to hold pieces that you'll use in the future, or like just to hold a garbage block?
Usually it's holding my lines. The garbage block is kind of a last resort, and that's when I notice I'm taking far too long to find a place for it. And you just gotta get rid of it.
So I know you played Tetris before the hold feature was implemented.
Sure.
I spoke to Mythos. He said that when you had a bad block, you just throw it down anywhere.
Yeah.
What would you do with bad block? You just throw it anywhere?
Where it will do the least damage.
Yeah.
Where I can, not think about it for a while.
So it's a close game right now between Scooter and Twim.
It's true. See, and speed isn't a factor. They take their time and figure out where to place it.
It's also about positioning.
That's
It's also about luck because depending on how your counter lines come up, it can be used to your advantage or not.
Yeah, sometimes if you're trying to make Tetrises and you're waiting for a line forever, it can screw you over.
So both players almost evenly matched right now. Their grid looks similar
Sure.
in height.
But a lot more of the blocks on Scooter's side are from Twim than for Twim from Scooter. Oh, I hate that blackout.
Yeah.
Oh, they're both getting kind of.
I'm gonna call it in Scooter's favor. I don't think Twim's gonna get out of this.
No.
No, and the game goes to Scooter, so that's 3-1 Scooter. So Scooter wins the match.
Nice.
So isn't that what you predicted?
I predicted Twim would win.
Oh, you predicted Twim would win.
See, I was going with, the general expectation, but he's proven us wrong.
So the underdog wins in this case.
It's true. And handily as well.
So Scooter wins this match. Twim loses. So that would mean that Scooter will probably face off against what we know right now would be Miyuki, or actually yourself, since you won your match with Riles.
Oh.
Right?
That'll be
So
interesting.
you three will, I don't know how it'll be scheduled, but you'll probably face each other.
Well, I look forward to playing Scooter because he and I have very similar sort of ways of going about it, so it should be interesting to face off against him.
Okay, so before we go, any last words?
Well, good job, guys. It was great watching.
Yeah. I would like to thank Scooter and Twim for playing. Thank you for joining me today, Phoenix. And thank you to all our viewers. Check out the bracket link in the description for the current standings. Goodbye.